Hello and welcome. Another video. It's been 2 minutes or so since I last pushed stop to my last videos. I've left off saying, yeah, just 1 minute time frame here. Well, this minute time frame, the market lost 1.4%. So I'm just going to show you how I upload a video. So I go on YouTube and I'd push the upload video. It loads. I select my file. It's the last one. And I'm just going to go like this. I guess the date's the 21st now. I don't feel like putting anything else in. And publish it. And how long it takes on my end, it takes 6 minutes, plus it takes another minute or two to process. Okay, now let's take a look at what's going on with this short-term analysis, because this is wild volatility. What are the rest of the markets doing on this? I gotta presume Litecoin and stuff like this is all doing the same. Bitcoin Cash, yeah, same thing. Litecoin against the dollar, same thing. And who knows what this could be a comeback to where you came from, lower volatility, higher low rally. What do I mean with all that I said there? Well, lower volatility means, well, let's just switch this from the one to a longer term. Here's this move that comes right down to this area, pierces extra, but it's already regained past it. Maybe it comes down, finds a support here, breaks it well above this level of resistance. And we go to 10,600 in like 2 hours or 3 hours. That could be the case. And we could be seeing 9,200 or 9,100 soon. There are so many different things that can happen after a move like this. But what it definitely was definitely some large institution or traders taking some profits off the table, taking Bitcoin off the table, and so on and so forth. And within something like this, what I want to do, I think, is pause the video. I actually need a better exchange for the 1 minute term time frame. Just pause this and go back and forth within it. I'm also looking at Sky versus Go as well. That's something I showed on the start of the next one. So I'll go back and forth. I can't guarantee I can show you at key moments for multiple different reasons. But I'm going to do the best that I can. It's going to be one of those pause videos. Yeah, Binance. First of all, what's going on with it? I just want to check any tether information. I mean, what's the likelihood of that? That there's tether information. Now, what I check, okay, all these prices are the same, so nothing on that. If I see that the Bitfinex exchange is way out of whack, then I know just that. So here we have the first move. I mean, I don't have to pause it right now because I guess this is live. I'm planning on making this like a 20-minute video, but it might take over an hour and a half in real time to do so. So the price action comes back to the 18 average of highs. Did it come? I mean, there's so many areas for where it came from that was almost a guarantee, just because of all of these higher lows in here. But regardless of the fact, the 18 it came down to, it's right back in towards. And this is where I need a shorter time frame because I want to see more to the happenings of these three periods, really from period high to period low to period high again. But anyway, I'm just going to pause it a little bit. And now at the timestamp of 9:39, as it turns into, we have the price action retest and break below the previous low. Now we're congesting, staying within it for the last 3 minutes or so, as it's showing weakness still within the 18 on high volatility, still waiting for more things for this to settle down. The video is now uploaded, and but that's my view live time. So therefore, let's pause the tape again to the next action. And I can't guarantee you the next time frame and everything that I'm going to look at or when it's going to happen. And a price correction is what it is. It's only been a few minutes, up to the 18 average of highs. Here we go. And I want to shorten this out even more. But unfortunately, I'm not able to do so. The band has flattened out. It wasn't able last time to hold in this area here, roughly around the 9,716. So we have another shot. I would really like to see it hold and stay above, and I say it in that level. The 18 low is at 97.17, but it technically can higher low it at like 96 high. And here we do see it falling down. I mean, I just don't want to pause it at all, and just because it almost seems I can go on this and I can just continuously see action moving. Just stuff to talk about, just talking about really just chart reading analysis more than anything. And if I can get a situation of real stuff happening, which is what it is, then I might as well take advantage of it. Unfortunately, some of the trades that I'm looking for right now aren't going my way on the short term, and that's going to always happen. Sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. For Skycoin went up to 199, but now it's back to 192. But you know what, though? It's back to an area where I was saying in the last video I wanted to see it go to. So let's see what happens here. Having a little test of this level, now back in this area. Now it's at that must hold spot. Okay, come on and go. I really had like hardly any time at all to sell it at that point. I didn't even like my sell at that level. I'm trying to sell this for Go, but Go coin has actually went up 1 basis point since that time frame, which means the ratio is going against me. This is the Go coin, but I mean, it looks as if it's ready to break down further as well, too. Another trade I'm waiting for is Bitcoin. This one really was annoying. This is really annoying. Bitcoin Cash. Not fun this morning as far as its blockchain. And of course, I do not like seeing this down push because I want to sell Bitcoin Cash for DGB. And this move is stopping me from doing it right now. As we can see, it had this great little move on the 50, and I really was hoping it was going to hold and stay above this level here, which it's not. Or at least, if it doesn't, DGB just falls lower. And I mean, I don't care if this goes down. I mean, in fact, I'm happy in a sense, period. If this goes, say, down, say, 1 point, or say 2%, and DGB goes down 5%, because that's 3% better on the ratio trade, because I mean, before it was just barely a good trade. Now I just don't want to do it. It's as we can see on the spreadsheet, I have a ratio in here at 7.57%. I want a better move than that, though. It was at like 8.9 before, and I kind of want to get closer to 10% move. So I'm just going to play this thing through. Hopefully it finds and holds, because it's at this area now. I mean, whatever, the market does what it does. Daily time frame, of course, are all breaking down, but again, it's which one falls. In a situation like this, well, here we got DGB. It's at 142, but short term, anything? See, nothing. I mean, nothing here. Single hour. I mean, if it falls down, it could easily fall to like say 133, 134. That's like a 7-8% loss, and Bitcoin Cash could fall like 3 or 4. That would be fine with me. Now let's go back to Bitcoin. Get it on the 1 minute, and get this thing on the Binance exchange. And the 18 averages, it's. I'm not going to say it's showing weakness at the 18 average of highs. It's resisting it. It's holding, so it's doing that. It is a downtrend line because we are seeing lower high, pretty much on a period by period level. Something we would see better if I had access to like a 10-second time frame or a tick by tick time frame, I guess. But I remember back in the day at odd times where I would look at the tick by tick and think it's still not good enough for me as far as not fast enough. But here we are now. We have this average coming down closer to this area here. This little resistance point in here we have 18 average of lows is being hit right now. Goes a bit below it. As I stated before, I don't care if it pierces below. I mean, obviously a higher low can come in. Question is it able to hold and stay below it? Because in situations, if I'm going to see weakness amongst the 18 average of lows in here, then that's just not going to be cool as far as a bullish setup. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It would be very cool if you're looking for short-term short opportunities. But right now, I want to see if it can hold and stay above. It's managed to get up to this 18 lows. Now it's holding and staying in, which really tells me now that I want this to be the higher low. If it comes down like in here, pierces, that's a matching level. But it's got to really hold this general area. The next step is to get this 18 average of highs to flatten out. We've already had the lows flatten out for quite some time. And because we've been making all these lower high route moves, that's a big reason for such. And this major move lower here and all this, well, I guess you're making higher lows in here. That's why this is flat. And of course, when you come down towards this area, you relift off from it. That makes this a pretty good low. But we end this period without really making a higher high on the previous minute. I mean, yes, technically matching one. So nothing to make this lows start to go, or highs rather, start to stop declining. Kind of getting in a descending triangle, but this minute, as we are moving on, has had a good enough rally. If it's able to move up another $6 or $7, that's really going to help start to make this 18 average flatten out, because it takes the mathematical numbers of the last 18 periods, it multiplies the recent one by 18, the one before by 17, and 16 before, and all the way to the one, and then it divides it by the sum, which is I think 171. So now it's gotten to the highs. We will now start to see in here that the 18 average of highs will start to flatten out, if it, especially if it has a decent sized gain. Now here we have it again. Let's just see what the numbers are. So the 18 average of highs on this period was 97.44. This one 97.44. It only went down 15 cents. This one is 97.44.18. The 18 average of highs has flattened out. Now can we hold and stay this minute above? Because this was a very big move. It got us back to this previous area after lifting off from this low, and now holding a newly rising 18 that can coincide with this general 97.29 area is what I'm looking for. So far, we have 17 seconds left. I'm looking at a very good hold period. Okay, so now this is optimistic that maybe this can now possibly attempt to fill some of this empty gap space, maybe get to the high 97s into the 98s as a possibility. It did close now with, of course, a pause period. We can see the 18 average of lows is starting to rise. That's the first time this has happened during this downtrend, and it's been a long downtrend. The market topped at 926. It's 950 right now. It has been 24 minutes of real time since the top. And of course, I'm being realistic on the 1 minute time frame, and in that barely a long time. It's just only started to been that because it's only been like 30 periods. It's an okay amount of time. And I'm being sarcastic in the fact that I'm talking about short-term analysis for something that when we look at this on the daily chart is like, this means like, meh, how about the 1 hour? Okay, so an outside hour. That's sparky. What does that tell you on the outside hour? It tells you something big is brewing to happen. Big could be a decent size fill some of this low gap. It could be the start of a sideways consolidation of probably high volatility given the fact of this move, meaning support will be at least at this, but retested again, but probably even lower. Same thing possibly with resistance, although it could have a lower high resistance level. But it could also mean a huge spark to the upside, especially if it's able to regain it, because we've already seen that within this time frame that this move got down the 18 average of lows. First time it got there since then. So now it's had a decent short-term correctionary phase within it. 15, it's got some work to do, but I'm focusing right now on the 1. And I missed some of this action, not really. So after the pause period, it had a good move up, and now it's a little bit higher, starting to see the 18 average of highs start to rise. Well, now we're looking to do stage 2. Establish that of a level of resistance. It's got to go up much higher for something like that to happen. I'd be looking at minimum, maybe 97.90, 97.87. But it's all about what happens next. And you still can't tell from here. Let's do some Fibonacci now while we're at it. Let's take a high of 99.04. Let's find the low. Right now, that is in at 96.42, and it doesn't. As if it doesn't matters much. But I'll still put it in anyway. So 97.41 first key level. And I guess that's our next target level for any breakout would be 9803. Usually they pierce extra. So 98.15.20. Also, does this happen to coincide with the key level within this high? Sort of, I guess. Oftentimes, many levels do coincide with that anyway, but this was a pause period, a little bit of a up boost, if you will, and this minute was a pause minute. We got 24 seconds remaining in this one. Doing about the same. Catching up close to the 18 average of highs, and I like this to rise enough so that if it comes back and tests it, it does so at a key level, and you know what, it looks like that might happen. So as far as where we go next, to either that of 97.41, which is about a 20-point move, or say 97.80, which is approaching the previous high, I have no idea right now, nor would I want to guess. So I'm going to guess that it goes down. I'm kidding, because obviously that would be like an oxymoron saying, I don't want to do this, and you're going to do it, like excitingly, like, I really don't. I mean, I wouldn't bet $1 on it with the payout of $1. Even though now, if the payout was $1.01, I would do it, but I'd bet both sides. Now, if I wasn't, if I was only allowed to pick one side, oh, probably down. But it's really a coin flip. And now I'm at a stage where I came in here saying, yeah, I'm just going to pause the tape. And now what am I here to show? This is boring action. So I'll talk about boring action until then. What do we got for time? I'm already pretty high in time, 17 minutes. I could do 30 though, but that's exactly why I want to pause it. But you know what? All the times things were going on pretty good. A lot of good stuff was going on. I mean, volatility, of course, is microscopic, so let's just pause it now. And while we wait, 12 views on the video so far. No likes, no unlikes, dislikes, no comments yet. 36 here, 108 views. This is like almost a record. When's the last time I've had 2 thumbs down in a video? It's like 4-0, 8-0, 31 to 1. I mean, of course. I was expecting that to be a good one because I thought that was a good video too. 14 to 0, 1 nothing. That's like a soccer score. 16 nothing, 25 to 1. That's like putting like a OHL hockey team against a junior A hockey team. Maybe not. Maybe an NHL team against a junior A team. Yeah, that might be a 25 to 1 score. 15 to nothing, 11 nothing, 14-0, 7-0. 28 to nothing, 24 nothing, 31 to nothing, 12 nothing, 13 nothing, 18 nothing. I'm used to just kick ass, thumbs up and down. So yeah, that's interesting to see. This is most likely going to be like some spam email. Oh, trust this person. Oh, this guy's kicking ass for me. Even though my channel's kicking ass too, I think. But that's just my opinion. And they put a whole bunch of replies. Oh yeah, this was good. And like a whole bunch of thumbs up on the comments. Like 12, 15 thumbs up, maybe 8 or whatever. Okay, always be invested in coins outside the top 1,000. 100. 1,000. Ooh, 1,000's tough if we're talking cryptos. 200, 250. Oh my goodness. What's my worst? I'm trying to wonder what my worst coin is on my coin market cap. Oh, I'm gonna guess 260, 280 rank on coin market cap. I don't understand. This person has been commenting like this for years. All of these numbers. I'll let you do it. I don't understand what you're doing. But I find that curiously interesting. You called it the goat in the house. Nice work, Derek. Thank you. I'm encouraged with the YouTube videos. I'm a crypto believer and I'm still buying. I learned my lessons over the past 10 months, although I'm down. My portfolio value, I'm still I can click on here and read more and then more of these numbers. This actually makes me more bullish on Bitcoin, even because if Litecoin goes this high, and it's based on Bitcoin level. Anyway, whatever. I just want to see why has this got 28 or 36. Did the spam get filtered large? I got published, 5 held for review, 9 likely spam. Uh, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what it is. I'm encouraged with your YouTube videos. I'm a crypto believer. I'm still buying. I learned. See, they make you believe when you read this that it's a real comment, and then you got this fake number. Not, and this is what I mean. 9 thumbs up or 9 happiness on the comments. Hello, friend. That blah blah blah. Been working for the 3rd year for the and this. It's like, but what happens is I'm going to remove this way. Hide this user's comments on this channel. That and the other ones get removed. So be it on that. Let me just. And this is what I mean. Oh, that's where some of these spam comments. I mean, I don't know what you're trying to do. I'm not going to remove them. Like 60. I mean, I love math, and that's mathematics, but I don't know what you mean by that math at all. I don't have a clue at all. I'm gonna have to thumbs up that one. I don't like to do that too much, and that's why there's so many comments on there. What's this VA turd word you're using? I'm trying to figure that out as well too. Uh, it, there used to be a picture of a face of a woman before. Then this got changed many months ago. So every so often, a few times a year, there's a lot of it. Anyway, that's all fine and dandy. Uh, let's now go back to the Bitcoin charts. I have no idea what's going on with Bitcoin over the last few minutes. This is Bitcoin Cash. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I really hope it breaks above this resistance and goes higher. Or DGB has maybe moved to like 137, even 138, either or, because I'm trying to ratio trade those two right now. And I want to sell BCH for this. So off to Bitcoin, which is right now holding at that Fibonacci line. This is the 1 hour time frame. Let's go the drum roll, please. 1 minute time frame. All right. Well, there we said. I figured it was going to come back as the next play. Pay me my $1 and 1. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. So where do we go from here? This is a key point that I now really need to see it hold. We've really established well this level of resistance in this little barrier. Very microscopic failed breakup, but this is a microscopic fast move. If we have a microscopic fast move lower, we're talking about 97.15. And I'm using a microscopic because it's just, man, like this little box is hardly one. So the bigger the failed breakout or breakdown, the bigger the fast move in the opposite direction is how I perceive it. But we do have an uptrend line in here. I'm not going to draw it in, but a most certain uptrend line. It has gotten above this Fibonacci, and as I mentioned before, from point A low to this the high to the low, from everything below this line is bearish. So this period 937 all the way up until we get to 941 is bearish. Now this is an attempt to get this into neutrality stage, and for a while it's doing so, but not really here, as it re-enters bearish situation. But now as within this the hold, okay, looks like we're going into neutrality, and now this whole sideways nothing is firm neutrality. We continue to correct these moves through in here in the neutrality stage. It's either going to break down below here and enter into bear territory where we're probably at least going to retest these lows and most likely make lower lows. Any type of push to the upper end of neutrality we haven't hit yet. That's, of course, at the 9,800 mark. Quick update on the comments and likes. And well, 16 people have watched this video now, and 2 people like it. Thank you for those 2 people that like the video. Good score to start off. I think I'm gonna go for a shutout here. I got a good thumbs down allowed average. Goals against average. I'm thinking like a goalie, like or earn run average (ERA). I got a good ERA. But going over to what the spam comments and all that, these are the ones that I don't even, sometimes these could be legitimate comments I don't even see because I look at this, I don't even click at it. In fact, oftentimes I'll just click on that button that I see. So we got like ones like, oh, hello friend, make a Prism cryptocurrency wallet and throw it here. Here, throw it here. You will be pleased. We will give you a bunch of Prism coins as a gift and potentially inappropriate. Yeah. Hi. Hi, guys, comma, aren't you tired of this old Bitcoin? Question mark. New POS plus power mining techniques, eco mining without cost, have long come. Prism, oh, you're a Prism person too. Oh, Prism here too. Everyone loves Prism. Oh, sweet. You know what? That Zilqua coin ZIL, I mean, I'm liking it just as much as, I mean, I got so spammed with that back in the day. This one you did before. Resave price restruct for rent discount buy VAT divestment anywhere in D play open jump VAT use again price in jump. What the? I mean, they're credit dot free. That's why I got this. Why I didn't get hit in the normal comments. That's why I got blocked because it's seen a link. So the likely spam and this Prism pump is like whatever it is. Prism is a scam, is it? If you want to lose your money, invest in a Prism coin. Okay. I will refrain from investing in any of the top coins. That is just funny to hear, but I suggest paying attention to a unit. Every day the course goes up, and you can buy goods with discounts. The course goes up. A course is like school subjects, like a class, a meal, like a 5-course meal. Of course, I want to do this, so I don't know how I define that course. I suppose you probably don't speak English at all, even, let alone as a second or third language. And as we reevaluate the 1-minute time frame, we have the inverted cup and handle. The multi-minute test in the 18 obviously never got above. It has now went below. It is a retest of several minutes ago. As again I stated before, nothing wrong with a little bit of a pierce below. And as far as a higher low, I would be a little uneasy short term if it's a matching low. It really has to be a higher one. It doesn't have to be this higher low. It can be 97, 16, 18, but there's really not too much downward move. And the move that has taken us down below this, and I want less candles because I can see this more clearly now based on the situation here. On a bearish level, if it holds and stays below within here, starts to show weakness amongst the 18, that's going to continue the setup to be bad. But this thing could be live right now. We could be seeing possibilities of a 1/3% decline in maybe a third of a minute. And that's a pretty decent sized drop. And I'm saying that sarcastically. And within this, we've already came up to this line. How exact? I mean, I didn't get the exact number anyway. Actually, it rounds to 97.41. And the high is 97.41. Okay, whatever. And here we started to flip down. This is a good chance we could be volatile here. We could lose another $6, $7, $8, $9 fast, or we could have a fast rally from these points too at this stage. But I hate to always talk about the both case scenarios, but to me, it's the way I always look at it anyway. That was a funny one where it went down fast and then just came back up quickly, but you definitely have to be very concerned. And when you look at something like this, your whole bankroll's on the line. Your whole bankroll could very easily, quickly, just like that, lose a 0.5%, 0.75%, even more than one if it's a fast move. After all, when I scroll this back through, we can see we're still playing low volatile times. This minute was down 1.1%, and it was down more at one point. Actually, not really. Well, actually, over 3 minutes, though. 9,900 to 90 under 7. In a flash of an eye, we could see how it could just... Your portfolio can barely be worth a lot more or a lot less. Okay, this is a good attempt here by the bulls. We'll see how you can do here. You've managed to get it back to that key level again. Another resistance test where I want to see it support, where I want to see it hold and stay above. We've had 3 consecutive periods in a row where it has held and stayed below it. And now it's showing signs in the early minute that it wants to break down. Obviously, that would be a lower high again from this one. And just like I say, it can make a higher low here. And it can do this opposite here as well. We can make a lower high still at like 97.51. I mean, the last one really was 97.61 and 90 cents, to be exact, on this time frame. And we got a new comment. We got 2 more people that like the video. 18 people have viewed it now. All right, let's answer this comment. It's for this video. I have no idea what it is yet. It is from... you've said a lot of good things. You got a lot of good comments. Papa Loves Spee? I've never tried to actually pronounce it. I'm always thinking of, is it, what 1980s rock star is it? Is it Ozzy Osbourne or is it Meatloaf or... Maybe Meatloaf. I think it's Meatloaf. That's what I'm thinking in this image. Let me just take a picture of the lead singer there. Good morning, Derek. Your videos make my brain hurt. In a good way, I think. Thank you. You're welcome. My last Google search was what exact time is the first day of summer, and I happened to do that search at 8:52 a.m. That was just interesting. And how off am I on that? Somewhat close, I guess. I don't know. As far as the 1 minute term time frame here, well, it did go down below this low. Now we're looking at the resistance at this lower high. Okay, we're in that area, just that line-ish we can see going in. Okay. Maybe this neutrality is over. We're back into bearish territory as we are below this line. We are definitely vulnerable for decent legs lower and these other time frames with this 15-minute breaking down, 1 minute flattening, and a 4-hour possibly having a test. What do we have for time? I got to end this soon. 32 minutes. As far as my favorite Meatloaf songs, it's just, I mean, it's all 1980s, early 90s. But the combination of the two songs, and it's 2 tracks on the CD, at least back, I think that's when I listened to them then. Wasted Youth and I'd Do Anything for, no, Wasted Youth and, what were the 2 songs? Because one of it's just like a narration kind of deal. I remember everything. I remember everything as if it happened yesterday. I was barely 17, and I once killed the boy with a Fender guitar. I don't remember if it was a Telecaster or a Stratocaster, but I do remember that it had a heart of chrome and a voice like a horny angel. But I do remember that it wasn't at all easy. It required the perfect combination of the right power chords and the precise angle from which to strike. The guitar bled for about a week afterwards, but the blood was zoot, dark and rich like berries. The blood of that was what that line was off. So let me just go into here. So I took my guitar and I smashed it against the wall. I smashed against the floor. Anyway. But then after this, it goes into a music segment. I just love those 2 combination back in the day. I don't know why I did that. I really didn't plan on that going into this video. But when I do think of that song, for whatever reason, and this is, to me, it's got very little affiliation to it. One of my favorite movies of the 21st century, and I don't like many movies of the 21st century, is really probably not that popular. I don't know. That's School of Rock from 2003. To me, this is when I really movies after this point. You know what? There's not many movies I even know from the 2000s. But School of Rock, one of my favorite. It's definitely a top 10, easy top 5, 10. That doesn't say much. movie of the 21st century. But if I were to list my top like 100 movies and even songs for that matter of all time, not many of either list are going to start with the year that starts with the number 2. They'll all start with probably 1908, 1909. Some of them real old school for my previous generations, but 1980s, 1990s for me. However, this movie was kind of like 1990s esque like, from what I remember, like 1988, 1992, 1993, and all that stuff to be. It was just filmed in 2003. All right, have yourself a great day. Bye bye.